Alright, let's talk Palantir, PLTR. You know the name, big data, artificial intelligence, the stuff of the future, happening right now. Today, June 4th, 2025, the stock is trading around $133.55. Can Palantir stock actually hit $1,000? That's the magic number, folks. $1,000 a share. We're talking about a monumental climb, a true game changer for your portfolio. Is it just a Wall Street fantasy, or could this be a future reality? Stick with me, we're diving deep. Now, a $1,000 stock price for Palantir isn't just a number. It means Palantir transforms into an absolute titan of industry, a true behemoth in the global tech landscape. We're talking about a market capitalization of around $2.25 trillion. Yes, you heard me right, trillion with a T. That's the kind of valuation reserved for the Apples and Microsofts of the world. Can Palantir actually join that ultra-exclusive club? The stakes are incredibly high, the ambition is off the charts. Let's go. Listen up. AI is the future. There's no doubt about it. And Palantir is strapped to that rocket. Their AI platforms, Gotham for government, Foundry for commercial, and the new artificial intelligence platform, AIP. These are not just fancy names, they are powerful game-changing tools. They take mountains of messy, complex data, and they turn it into pure gold, actionable intelligence. This is precisely what everyone is clamoring for. Businesses need it, governments demand it, everyone needs to make sense of their data. Palantir helps them do just that. Contracts, that's the name of the game. And Palantir is signing deals left and right. Big ones too. Government contracts have long been their bread and butter. The US government practically runs on Palantir in some sectors. Defense, intelligence, homeland security. But hold on, there's more. Their commercial business is absolutely booming, exploding. US commercial revenue in Q1 2025, up a staggering 255%. That's the kind of explosive growth that makes Wall Street drool. Diversification is happening, and it's happening fast. Profitability is finally here. This is a big one, folks. For a long time, Palantir was burning through cash. The critics, the naysayers, they all pointed to the losses. Show me the money, they screamed. Okay, let's not get carried away. Time for a reality check. That valuation is sky high. I mean, really high. Palantir stock is not for the bargain hunters. The price-to-earnings, PE ratio, was a hefty 74 back in 2023. The price-to-sales PS ratio, a whopping 16.5. These are what we call nosebleed levels, people. It means the market is pricing in perfection, or something very close to it. Any slip-up in execution, any hint of a slowdown in their blistering growth, that stock could get absolutely hammered. That's a big risk, a very big risk you need to consider. Then there's the reliance on government contracts. Yes, those government deals are great. They're often long-term, sticky, predictable to an extent. But they also represent a significant vulnerability. What happens if government budgets get slashed? What if political winds shift and new policies come into play? Palantir is still heavily tied to public sector spending. This dependence is a genuine concern for many investors. They absolutely need to keep growing that commercial side of the business, and fast, to balance the scales and reduce this concentration risk. So what gives Palantir its edge? What makes this company special in a crowded field? Their leadership in AI is a primary differentiator. Those platforms, Gotham, Foundry, AIP, they are incredibly powerful. They excel at integrating vast, disparate data sets with sophisticated AI capabilities like few others can. Their client base is another major strength, especially those deep, entrenched relationships with US government agencies. That creates a significant moat, a deep one, hard for others to cross. And they are relentlessly innovative, always pushing the boundaries of what's possible with data. Let's look at Snowflake. They're a strong competitor, no doubt. A cloud-native data platform that has seen incredible growth in the data infrastructure market. But like Palantir, Snowflake also sports a high valuation. And they face intense competition from the big cloud providers, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. Palantir's solutions are often more tailored, more bespoke, designed for highly complex problem sets, especially in the government and intelligence sectors. Section 5, Under the Hood, Palantir's financial engine. Let's talk numbers. Profit margins are on the rise at Palantir. This is a huge part of the bull story. For years, they were known for growth at any cost, but now, they're finally, consistently making money. Those all-important profit margins turned positive in 2023. If we look at Q1 2023, they reported a 3.7% net profit margin. Now that's not a massive number yet, but the trend is undeniably positive. Improving profitability is absolutely crucial. It shows the business is maturing. It shows it can scale efficiently. This is exactly what long-term investors want to see. More green on the bottom line. Debt? What debt? This is another big plus for Palantir. They have minimal debt on their books. That's a huge advantage in today's world. A strong, clean balance sheet gives them incredible flexibility. They can invest heavily in research and development. They can pursue strategic acquisitions if they want. They can weather economic downturns much better than debt-laden companies, without worrying about creditors knocking on their door. This financial strength is a key asset, especially in the volatile, fast-moving tech market. Low debt means less risk. It means more room to maneuver. Booyah! Section 6, a wild ride. Palantir's journey since IPO. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Palantir made its public debut on September 30th, 2020. It wasn't a traditional IPO with investment bankers and roadshows. Nope, they chose a direct listing. The reference price was set at $7.25 per share. There was an immense amount of hype surrounding this company, a lot of mystery too. For years, Palantir operated in the shadows, a secretive firm working on sensitive projects. Suddenly, it was thrust onto the public stage. Investors were champing at the bit to get a piece of the action. Those early days were incredibly exciting. A new tech darling was born. To the moon, and then a bit of a detour, the stock absolutely took off after its debut, like a rocket ship. As of today, June 4th, 2025, it's risen around 1,742% from that initial reference price of $7.25. Now trading at $133.55. Those are incredible, life-altering gains for the early birds who got in. But let me be crystal clear. It has not been a smooth, easy ride. Oh no, far from it. Oh. Section 7, gazing into the crystal ball, Palantir in 2030, 2040, and 2050. Let's try to peer into the future. The 2030 vision for Palantir. By the end of this decade, Palantir aims to be a significantly larger, more influential company. Continued expansion of their AI platforms is absolutely key. Deeper penetration into their existing markets, both government and commercial. And critically, continued diversification into new commercial sectors. Think about healthcare, finance, energy, manufacturing. They'll also be pushing for a much larger international presence, expanding their footprint in Europe, Asia, and beyond. The ultimate goal? Global AI dominance. It's ambitious, very, very ambitious, but that's Palantir. Now let's fast forward to 2040. What could Palantir look like then? We're talking about 15 years from now. By then, AI will likely be ubiquitous, deeply integrated into almost every aspect of business and society. Palantir, if successful, could position itself as a foundational layer for many industries, the operating system for AI-driven enterprises. New sectors will undoubtedly emerge. Think about advanced space technology, personalized medicine on a massive scale, sophisticated robotics. Palantir might engage in major strategic partnerships. Section 8. The final verdict. Can Palantir hit the $1,000 mark? So we come to the ultimate question. The $1,000 dream. Can Palantir stock really truly hit $1,000 per share from its current price of around $133.55? That represents a massive 650% increase from here. It's a huge, colossal leap. It means the company needs to execute almost flawlessly. Not just for a year or two, but for many, many years to come. The artificial intelligence market needs to continue its explosive growth trajectory, and Palantir needs to not only maintain, but expand its leadership position within that market. It's a very tall order, but it's not impossible. Not for the right company in the right market at the right time. If everything goes right, the bull case is undeniably compelling. If Palantir can consistently sustain that 40% plus annual revenue growth we talked about, if its profit margins continue to expand significantly as it scales, if it successfully dominates both the government and the rapidly growing commercial AI sectors, then yes, while $1,000 by 2030 still feels incredibly ambitious, hitting that mark by 2040 or even 2050 becomes a much more plausible scenario. This requires them to evolve into a true AI utility. an indispensable partner for the world's most important organizations, a company that is deeply embedded in the fabric of the future. But, and this is a big but, if things go wrong, the bear case has serious teeth. That high valuation remains a major hurdle, a constant source of pressure.